Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another comic book review. And today's book review is none other than New Excalibur, The Return of Black Tom. So, the world is under threat, and two of the most unlikeliest of heroes come together. Or I say heroes, it depends on your interpretation. Captain Britain, who is definitely a hero, and the Juggernaut team up to take down a bunch of rogue dark forces who seem to be alternate versions of the X-Men from another universe. And behind it all is Black Tom. Black Tom seems to be using his power of persuasion to make the dark X-Men attack the Juggernaut and try and take over the world. But they're stopped by the Juggernaut. No one messes with the Juggernaut! And Captain Britain, and it causes him to be forced to give himself up. Even though Black Tom tries to assassinate someone, he knows deep down in his heart that that's not the man he is. He is much more than this. And so he agrees to what Captain Britain says and the Juggernaut says and gives himself up. But as the comic book ends, we learn that someone has been pulling the strings all along, and Black Tom was nothing more than a pawn in their game. So, what did I think of this comic book? Well, the Juggernaut and Captain Britain do a very good job of telling the story. Personally, my favourite character in this comic book had to be the Juggernaut. I like the idea that the Juggernaut kind of becomes a superhero in this comic book. He's usually portrayed in anything X-Men related to be this massive villain, but in this, he's the complete opposite. However, I wasn't the biggest fan of Captain Britain. Maybe just this comic book wasn't the right introduction to that character for me, but lo and behold, time will tell. So, what do I give New Excalibur Return of Black Tom out of 10? Well, the story was very solid, it had its mysteries, it had its turns, but sadly, due to my anticlimactic sort of opinions on Captain Britain, it's going to be a 6 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next comic book review. Until then, stay beautiful, stay lovely, and keep being gorgeous, you absolute beautiful people.